Do you work at night like I do and have problems keeping your solar watches charged up consistently? Or do you just got so many solar watches that you can't even keep them in rotation and keep them charged up? Well, tonight, sun's not out, and we're going to charge some watches. Stay with me. Hello, watch people. Thank you for watching the internet. My name is Jay, and today we're talking about solar watches, specifically talking about solar watch charging. How to do it, when to do it, if I need to do it, why is my watch dying all the time? I have not one, but two watches on my wrist that are solar today, and we're going to dive both into those. And I have a third one that is kind of weird, and it requires a lot of charging. And since I work the night shift, as some of you know, it's hard for me to get all my watches out into the sun to keep them charged, especially with this third one. So let's take it down to the table. I'm going to put up some specs as I'm talking, some manual takeoffs for specific rates and stuff that some of my watches, the manuals for these two watches. And just so you can kind of see and compare. And I'm going to put the manual to the third one up. It'll be vastly different, trust me. But let's get it on the table and we'll show you what we're talking about here. All right, so this is what we got. We have the Citizen ProMaster Nighthawk. It's EcoDrive. Anything EcoDrive from Citizen is solar, in case you didn't know. We have the Seiko Astron. This is a JDM release. It's got the 7B75 movement in it. And it's solar also. But the weird one I was talking to you about is this guy. This is Casio AL190. Probably from the early 2000s, probably. They reissued it. This was a watch that was called the AL180 back in the 80s. And it is batteryless. So with this watch, it uses a capacitor to store energy, whereas these two use the traditional button cell rechargeable cells found in everything else. The upside was you never had to change a battery. That's kind of what they were going for with this model. Downside is it only lasts about 2 weeks on a full charge. And the low charge indicator was just on. It seemed to disappear now in the lights, but right next to this M will be a little charge indicator. And I'm going to put the manual up to this one first. If you look in the manual for its charging times, you'll see that little indicator where it says, if you see this, charge your watch. So the manual says at 50,000 lumen, this needs about an hour and a half for the capacitor to reach full. This one, for a day of running, needs about 3 minutes of direct sunlight. But this one requires almost 30 hours to charge in direct sunlight from full. And I'll put this manual up so you can pause to read too. But where the manual says, up on this manual, will say 700 lumen, take 4 hours for this to recharge just 1 day's worth of energy inside. Kind of same for this one. This one says outside sunny, it should take about 9 hours. But if you look at the next, and I'll pop this one up too, look at the next one, it'll say outdoor cloudy is about 30 or so hours for a full charge. All that being to say that this is what I use for charging my watches when I don't have sunlight, or if they're really dead, or you can just pop them on here, and there you go. It's charging up. This is 60,000 lumen. Okay, so this one's saying 100,000 lumen in direct sunlight will take about 3 minutes for a full day's worth. This will take about 5 to 7 minutes for a full day's worth. And if you leave it on there for a couple hours, every other month or so, you're going to have plenty of charge to go around with these watches. So that's, and you can kind of see how the lume already, just from the couple seconds being on there, is already popping. So that's it. I really wanted to just show you kind of what the manuals say that these watches need. I mean, this one is, obviously they don't make it anymore, and obviously the technology isn't used anymore. But it's interesting to see kind of where they came from, and kind of what they were playing around with versus where they are now. And these, solar watches aren't very powerful. I mean, these are little tiny solar panels. So it does take them a while. But in conjunction with leaving your watches out in the sun, you can use this little charger to kind of keep them topped off. And I forgot to tell you, it kind of comes with these little rings you can kind of fit to your watches or whatever. And you can run on a power bank, which is kind of nifty. So definitely pick this one up if you have a couple. Any of them. They're like $10. Pick one up off of Amazon. If nothing else, pop them on there every month or two. Get them a full little charge. Let's take it back up top. All right, so I really hope that kind of helps you more understand this whole solar watch charging thing. And what I really wanted to show you are those manuals for these 3 separate watches to kind of show you kind of what the watch is requiring you to do to keep the charge up. And you can do it artificially with one of these little puck lights. And you can use, and it works very well. Now, this is kind of something that's like a specialty thing. It's probably easy to see why they didn't go the batteryless route when they decided what direction to go with solar charging, because it's kind of a pain to keep it charged. And I have to charge it now, evidently, because I saw that it's low on power again. But drop me some questions in the comments if you have any questions. I can answer from my experience, and we hope to see you on the next video. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching the internet. See ya.